Indira Gandhi, born in 1917, was no stranger to the turmoil of politics. Her grandfather, Motilal Nehru, and her father, Jawaharlal Nehru, were prominent figures in the Indian independence movement. Growing up, her home was a hub for political discussions and strategic planning. This early exposure instilled in her a deep sense of patriotism and a strong will. She witnessed firsthand the sacrifices made in the struggle for freedom. These experiences would later shape her political ideology and her unwavering commitment to India's progress. Indira's journey into politics began not with a bang, but a gradual immersion. As a young woman, she actively participated in the Quit India movement. She organized protests, mobilized youth, and even spent time in jail for her activism. This hands-on experience provided invaluable lessons in leadership and grassroots mobilization. After independence, she served as her father's personal assistant during his tenure as Prime Minister. This role gave her a front-row seat to the complexities of governance. She observed the challenges of nation-building and the delicate balance of international relations. Following her father's death in 1964, Indira Gandhi joined the cabinet under Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri. Her appointment as Minister of Information and Broadcasting showcased her growing influence within the Congress Party. When Shastri passed away in 1966, Indira Gandhi emerged as a surprise candidate for Prime Minister. Some saw her as a compromise candidate, lacking the experience of her male counterparts. However, she quickly proved her mettle, demonstrating a firm grasp of policy and a decisiveness that earned her respect. Indira Gandhi's initial years as Prime Minister were marked by significant achievements. She tackled economic challenges head-on, nationalizing banks and promoting industrial growth. Her focus on social justice led to land reforms aimed at empowering marginalized farmers. These policies, though sometimes controversial, were driven by her commitment to uplifting the poor and reducing inequality. She believed in a strong and self-reliant India, capable of charting its own course in the world. Section 5. The Green Revolution and National Pride. One of Indira Gandhi's most notable achievements was spearheading the Green Revolution. This agricultural revolution saw the introduction of high-yielding crop varieties, modern irrigation techniques, and increased use of fertilizers. The result was a dramatic increase in food production, making India self-sufficient in grain. This achievement not only addressed chronic food shortages but also instilled a sense of national pride. India, once dependent on food aid, was now feeding its own people. This success cemented Indira Gandhi's image as a strong and capable leader. Section 6. A Nation Divided, the Bangladesh War. In 1971, the crisis in East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, presented Indira Gandhi with one of her greatest challenges. The brutal crackdown by the Pakistani army on Bengali civilians led to a massive refugee influx into India. Indira Gandhi took a decisive stance, providing refuge to millions of displaced Bengalis and supporting the Bangladesh Liberation War. India's decisive victory in the 1971 war led to the creation of Bangladesh. This victory solidified India's position as a regional power and showcased Indira Gandhi's leadership on the world stage. Section 7. The Emergency, a Dark Chapter. This period, often referred to as one of the most controversial and tumultuous times in Indian history, left an indelible mark on the nation's democratic fabric. Despite her successes, Indira Gandhi's tenure was not without its controversies. Her leadership saw significant achievements, but it was also marred by significant challenges and opposition. In 1975, facing growing political opposition and allegations of electoral malpractice, she declared a state of emergency. This move was seen by many as a drastic measure to maintain her grip on power amidst increasing dissent. This decision, while aimed at restoring order, led to the suspension of fundamental rights and the arrest of political opponents. Civil liberties were curtailed and the press was heavily censored, creating an atmosphere of fear and repression. The emergency remains a deeply contested period in Indian history. It sparked widespread civil unrest and protests, with many citizens and political leaders taking to the streets to voice their dissent. While some argue it was necessary to address national security threats, others condemn it as an authoritarian overreach. The debate over the justification of the emergency continues to evoke strong emotions and differing opinions. The emergency cast a long shadow over Indira Gandhi's legacy, raising questions about the balance between national security and individual freedoms. It serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of democracy and the importance of safeguarding civil liberties. When the emergency was finally lifted in 1977, it marked a return to democratic processes and the restoration of civil rights. The period left a lasting impact on the political landscape of India, influencing future governance and the public's vigilance in protecting their democratic rights. Today, the legacy of the emergency serves as a crucial chapter in India's history, reminding us of the resilience of its democratic institutions and the enduring spirit of its people. It underscores the importance of vigilance and the continuous effort required to uphold the principles of democracy and freedom. Section 8. Return to Power and a Nation's Hope. Despite the setbacks during the emergency, Indira Gandhi's popularity saw a resurgence. Her resilience and determination to connect with the masses played a crucial role in this revival. She traveled extensively, addressing public grievances and promising a better future. In the 1980 elections, she returned to power with a thumping majority. This victory was not just a political comeback, but a testament to her enduring appeal and the trust the people placed in her leadership. The Indian people, yearning for stability and decisive leadership, once again placed their trust in her. They believed that she could steer the nation through turbulent times and bring about the much-needed change. Her second stint as Prime Minister saw a renewed focus on economic reforms and social welfare programs. She initiated several policies aimed at reducing poverty and improving the standard of living for the common people. She recognized the need to liberalize the Indian economy and attract foreign investment. By opening up the economy, she aimed to boost industrial growth and create more job opportunities for the youth. She also worked towards strengthening India's position in the non-aligned movement, advocating for a more just and equitable world order. Her diplomatic efforts were aimed at ensuring that India remained a key player on the global stage, promoting peace and cooperation among nations. Additionally, Indira Gandhi placed significant emphasis on rural development. She launched various initiatives to support farmers, improve agricultural productivity, and ensure food security for the nation. Her tenure also saw advancements in science and technology. She encouraged innovation and research, understanding that a strong scientific foundation was essential for the country's progress. Indira Gandhi was also a strong advocate for women's empowerment. She implemented policies to promote gender equality and provide better opportunities for women in education and employment. Throughout her leadership, she remained committed to preserving India's rich cultural heritage. She supported various cultural initiatives, ensuring that the diverse traditions of India were celebrated and promoted on both national and international platforms. Section 9. Tragedy and Legacy. Indira Gandhi's life was tragically cut short in 1984 when she was assassinated by her own bodyguards. This act of violence sent shockwaves throughout India and the world. Her death left a void in Indian politics and sparked a period of national mourning. People from all walks of life mourned the loss of a leader who had stood tall on the world stage and had steered India through challenging times. Section 10. Indira Gandhi, her enduring impact. Indira Gandhi's legacy remains complex and multifaceted. As the first and only female Prime Minister of India, she broke numerous barriers and set new precedents in Indian politics. Her tenure was marked by significant achievements and equally significant controversies. She was a towering figure who left an undeniable mark on India. Her leadership style was both admired and criticized, but it was always impactful. She navigated the country through turbulent times, including wars, economic challenges, and social upheavals. Her supporters admire her for her decisiveness, her ability to make tough decisions in the face of adversity, and her vision for a self-reliant India. They credit her with strengthening India's position on the global stage and fostering a sense of national pride. Her commitment to social justice was evident in her policies aimed at reducing poverty and inequality. She launched various social programs to uplift the underprivileged and worked tirelessly to improve the lives of the common people. Her unwavering leadership on the global stage earned her respect and recognition from world leaders. She played a crucial role in the non-aligned movement and was a strong advocate for peace and cooperation among nations. Her critics point to the excesses of the emergency, a period marked by political repression and curtailment of civil liberties. They argue that she could be authoritarian in her approach, prioritizing power over democratic principles. The emergency remains one of the most controversial periods in Indian history, and it continues to spark debate about the balance between security and freedom. Indira Gandhi's role during this time is often scrutinized and discussed. However, there is no denying that Indira Gandhi was a transformative leader who shaped India's destiny in profound ways. Her policies and decisions have had a lasting impact on the country's political, economic, and social landscape. From the Green Revolution, which transformed India's agricultural sector, to the nationalization of banks, her initiatives have left an indelible mark. She was a leader who dared to dream big and took bold steps to realize those dreams. Her life and legacy continue to be a subject of debate and discussion, reflecting her enduring impact on India and the world. Scholars, historians, and political analysts continue to study her tenure to understand the complexities of her leadership. Indira Gandhi's enduring impact is evident in the numerous statues, memorials, and institutions named in her honor. Her story is a testament to the power of leadership and the lasting influence one individual can have on a nation.